All right, so we are back and we are testing out once again the Atomos Zato Connect. Now, back when this product first released, I thought it was a really cool product, and I bought this along with the Atomos Connect and the Shogun Connect because of all of its rich features. Most importantly, the fact that you could record hero files and send those proxy files off to Frame.io, which I have an account with, and then also be able to stream to Facebook, YouTube, RTMP, Twitch, even though I don't use Twitch, but having that capability. And then most importantly, having NDI. Now, while NDI is set to release sometime in Q4 of 2022, the other features are now out, sort of. There's still Mavis Connect, which is something that I'm really looking forward to using. But there have been some issues, most importantly more specifically with the Zato Connect. So those issues were tied to audio. So when I would live stream to when I would live stream to YouTube, the audio wasn't synced up. Like, it would be a couple frames behind, and so you would have my mouth moving, but the audio wouldn't pick up until like a couple milliseconds later. And then I also discovered that when I'm recording straight to the card, not live streaming, there was some clicking noise. And I don't know if that was just the microphones that I was using. However, the microphones that I use are really, really good. And the cables are really good. And it actually doesn't show up in any of my other recordings in any of my other devices. So I suspect that it has everything to do with the Zato Connect. So right now, we are currently recording straight to the Zato Connect from an HDMI cable straight into the Zato, which is now live streaming to YouTube. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? How is the audio? Is it syncing up? Is it working out okay? Is there any crackling noise? Do you feel like that update has actually fixed this problem? Now, we're just going to run some really basic tests. So right now, I'm just going to talk to the camera. So have you guys heard of the Storyteller Tactics? This was a project from Pipdex, which is based out of, I want to say, London. And they came up with this really cool concept of putting workshops and other things where you have to get in front of people and tell stories and do presentations, and they put them on these cards that end up being prompts. And so they have a few different ways that you can use this, but one of the ways that I found that works really well for me is you just pull a card specifically to what it is that you're trying to do. So if you're trying to do a product pitch, you just pull the card, and in the back it has these prompts, so it walks you through the process of how to actually do whatever presentation you're going to do. So in this case, we're talking about the Pitch Perfect. In the Pitch Perfect, it says, "Convince me to back your idea. Show me what have you got that I need, and why should I trust you to deliver?" Maybe you're an entrepreneur pitching for an investment. Maybe you're asking your boss to back a project. But maybe you're the 10th pitch they've heard that day. You need at least one, maybe two stories to bring your pitch to life and make it stick in their minds. So you have two instructions. Number one, write a top-line version of your idea. A, the very basic pitch, aka your elevator pitch, but don't ever pitch to someone in the lift. That'd be weird. What's the problem you're looking to solve for me? How do you solve it? Why should I trust you? B, add some pop to your pitch, which stands for problem, opportunity, practical steps, and promise. Set out your pitch like a story arc, accentuating the negative and positive stages for maximum drama. Problem. What needs fixing right now? The negative. Opportunity. Also available to us right now. The positive. Practical steps. If we do this, it won't be easy. Negative. and the promise. But if we get this right, it'll be great. Positive. So then that's how you do it. That's pretty cool. Number 2, use show and tell if you need to create a visual pitch document or presentation. So I'll go and find that particular card. It's in pink and it's called show and tell. So I'm going to go through the cards and I need to find show and tell. And I really like how they laid this out because it's easy to understand and it's not complicated and it's visual. Here it is, show and tell. And it's meant to be used either as a standalone piece, like each of these cards, or used together, which can be used stacked to do some really complex presentations. So show and tell. Keep people's attention on you while you make a presentation. Make your show and tell work together. There are 2 ways to get show and tell wrong. Tell us exactly what you're showing us, or show us one thing while telling us about another. You leave your audience bored or confused. Control their attention instead by treating your show and tell like a washing line. I don't know what a washing line is, but I'm assuming this is going to tell me. Show and tell. Draw a timeline for your presentation. Above the line is show. Below the line is tell, so your script. Boring. If your script follows your images too closely, we're bored. When you put 50 words of text on the screen, then start reading it out, we're thinking, yeah, I know. I've read it already. That's cool. Confusing. If your script strays too far from the image you're showing, we're confused. Should I be looking at that or listening to you? Engaging. Here's how to do show and tell like a washing line. Show us an image, tell us what it is, then tell us the stuff we can't see. Then introduce an image, refer to it immediately to renew our focus on what we can see. You are pegging our attention back to the image, like pegging washing to a line. This is all European, so their English is not our English. Repeat to create an engaging presentation. So you take a pitch perfect card, like you're doing a presentation, and use show and tell as the visual piece to help narrate the story further. So that is an example of storyteller tactics. I backed this on Kickstarter. They have a few other things out there, and so far I'm really interested in some of their workshop stuff, and even there's one I believe called innovation tactics or something like that. So it's very visual, it's very easy to understand, and I really see myself using this in a lot of my presentations in the future. So now that you've had a chance to hear what I've been doing, what do you think? Is the Zato Connect ready to be used for live streams? Is it ready to be used for recordings? Only time will tell. And I'm hoping that it works, because I really like the idea of using these for my clients' builds. So if you can see in the back, I have one of my own builds that I use with the Shogun Connect, but I would love as an inexpensive alternative for my clients to be able to use the Zato Connect to be able to do live streams, recordings, and also once NDI is enabled on these things, they'll be able to use this as a webcam, so they can just connect directly to their computer wirelessly, use that as a webcam, Zoom, video conferencing camera tool, or I guess you would say a very good looking webcam. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this advance in the future, but until then, I don't know. You guys tell me. Hopefully this is working and it's solid, and if it's not, well, I guess it's too late to return it at this point. So that was my review, or not my review, but my initial test, or not even initial test. This is like the third or fourth test of the Zato Connect. Hopefully it works. And if not, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys.